Digital 410 Productions proudly presents the What's in Your Head podcast.
Digitized live from
your company name here.
the studios in Cape Coral, Florida. It's the What's in Your Head podcast with your hosts Gordon and Don Abernathy.
What's up, OG5? It's Wednesday, and we're back where we belong. Not that we ever moved anywhere before other than from Sunday, then we went to Monday, then Tuesday. Now we're on Wednesday. Who knows? Maybe another 3 years we'll be back to Saturday and on our way to Sunday again.
Consistently.
Inconsistent.
Although we were consistent for quite some time.
Yes.
But then we got too consistent, so we had to shake up the Scrabble board of days. And
What's going
push it
on,
yet
Mike
another.
and Gordon? Howdy do.
It was the pre-show was the let's see how frustrated we can make Don.
I'm not frustrated.
Okay.
Aggravation.
You know, we got our crackpot team of audio analysts. I said
Analyst?
analyst.
Analyst or analyst?
Checking in to the wonderful worlds of guideline communication violations.
Oh,
Those
you got an
sons of
update?
bitches.
Well, I tracked down the episode. It was an episode that aired sometime in January 2021. Didn't get dinged by the fine people over at YouTube until December 26th of 2022. It's 134 minutes of podcast gold, and I have the
Poor
crackpot
guy
team
who had
of audio experts listening to every last second, trying to pin, peg, or pull phrases, words, or anything else out that might cohere with their explanation of the community guideline in which we have violated, which is super vague. And as
I
of
would
right now,
actually
I'm going
feel
to say
sorry for
I'm
them.
30 minutes
Yeah.
into it, and I don't hear anything that's even. There wasn't even so much as a Pollock joke thrown around. So maybe next week's episode will have in-depth detail from the crackpot audiologist team that's checking into this episode to determine why it is the fine people over at YouTube has determined that that video shall not be seen by the general public.
You
Oh, that must
offended
be
somebody. You
Boring
pissed
job.
somebody off. That's it. That's all it comes down to.
Don, did you know
He did
Kids
it
on the Hall
again.
ran from 88 to
Cause
2021?
hurt someone's feelings.
Oh,
Yet he
Jesus.
didn't want to do it. Yes, troublesome people are often people in trouble. They may be mentally ill. Find out how you can help. Write Better Mental Health, Box 3000, New York 1, New York.
You know how the Kids in
Maybe
the Hall
it's
got their
that
name?
sounder right there.
You know, I was waiting to see if maybe we used to play the standards and practices. What are standards and practices? I'm waiting to see if that's on there, because I could see that triggering something. Because on face value, it was designed to trigger something. So, but am I hot? Like, I'm in the red over on this end. Whatever.
You mean your camera image?
No, my audio's pegging in the red over here.
No, you sound fine.
I know you guys enjoy pegging, but sometimes in certain situations,
Hey.
pegging.
Docking. Get it correct.
Oh, you're a
Oh
front
shit,
guy,
he
not a
knows the
backside.
terms. What? Okay, now I need a definition because my old ass don't know what that is.
Docking?
I know what dry docking is. That's a bad joke to pull on somebody.
From what I
You know,
understand,
you're a plumber. You got to know what dry docking is. Come on, what's dry docking? Come on, Mike.
I honestly don't know.
Don,
nope, no idea. That must be
you
a.
drain the tank and take a shit in the fucking tank.
Oh, that's called an upper decker.
That's an
What are
upper
you
decker
talking
all day
about?
long.
Dry docking.
That's an
Oh,
upper
Jesus
decker
Christ,
because
I
it's
fucked it
in
all up,
the
didn't I?
chamber higher.
Now I gotta
than-
look it up.
That's an
All
upper
right,
decker.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what an upper decker is.
Dry docking, Urban Dictionary.
So,
I've
from what,
luckily never run into one. of those.
from what I understand,
Until tomorrow. No, I'm sorry. It's the act of defecating on a bathroom floor just to the side of the toilet bowl.
Dry docking.
Half right.
that makes a little more
Three-quarters
sense.
right because it's still near the toilet bowl.
Yeah, I mean that makes a little more sense than the upper decker.
A practice commonly carried out as a prank by college-aged partygoers.
I like how they refer to it as a practice.
Dry dock, to emulate sex with an engorged fuck stick, but partially and fully or partially clothed. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. All right.
Docking is
Yeah. Why don't you explain
Yeah,
that?
I saw what you
explain that,
want.
Don. Explain what docking is.
When
This may
two
get you fucking community guidelines.
when two
Fellas?
non-medically modified gentlemen who are fully equipped with all the skin that God gave them take their tools, if you will,
Okay.
and the two tools shall meet, and then one of them takes their skin that was given upon them at birth and kind of roll it the other direction as a Chinese finger cuff. Follow me?
I think Don's gone too far down the rabbit hole of porn.
No, I worked in radio for 6 years.
I do actually see that. That's further down on the Urban Dictionary. So. Holy
Well, that was
crap.
at the top of the list about 7 years ago when I worked in FM radio. That phrase was thrown around quite a bit. And when I was playing Modern Warfare 2 with
Okay,
the
it
boys
says
from Jersey.
Both uncircumcised puts one head and full skin over the other
yeah,
hand.
see?
is
Exactly
number
as
one.
I
You are
explained it. Exactly how I
and
explained it.
In
This is why the
technically-
terrorists hate us.
I
right?
think my definition was more classy. You could almost tell my version in church.
Get you kicked
And
out
it
real
would be
quick.
just as quiet as that was afterwards.
I think technically.
You
it could
hear
be-
that mouse
it
fart?
could be. It could be one dude.
That has his original
Yes.
birthing equipment. Yeah, I guess.
Now
it
we're
could- I
talking,
think it could be
you're
one
talking
dude.
uncircumcised, right?
Well,
You're
correct.
talking about original birthing.
Correct.
Correct. The original skin that God put you upon this earth with. So that's where we're at.
All right.
So 2 weeks from now, I'll be trying to go through Fahrenheit.
Welcome to the
this
What's in Your
video.
Head podcast.
Well, you know what? It'll be easy to find because it's within the first 5 minutes.
No, actually,
We're talking about dry docking upper deckers.
sex sells, fellas. I know.
Apparently, it's what's in our fucking head today. Speaking of that, see this hat I'm wearing?
Yes, it's your
I got
Peaky
4
Blinder.
variations of this hat. Something very, I find almost old-timey and classy happened to me.
What's that?
And well, we got this park I walk the dogs at, and what it is, the trail wraps around a frisbee golf course.
Mm-hmm. A disc
As I'm
golf
walking
course, if you're
the
in the
two
know.
doggos, a younger gentleman
How to do?
and his lady friend were playing. and
How
he had
dare
one
you
of them
assume her-
Gilligan's- He had one of them Gilligan style hats on.
Gilligan style hats.
You know, the kind of the rim, and it looks like a fisherman's hat of
Okay.
yore,
Yeah.
with the red and blue band around the.
Okay. Yeah.
He looked at me. He said, "Hey, man, nice cap." So, well, thank you, sir. You too. And then
Nice
promptly,
cap.
because of who I am, I did a rendition of Filter in my head. I like to say, "Hey, man, nice cap." But the fact of the matter is, he used the word cap,
Congratulations on your
not hat.
dog dad joke. I mean, that's a straight up dad joke, but you're not a dad, so that was a dog dad joke.
Did you tip your hat and say thank you, sir?
Well, see, that's what I was going to say.
Stuffed my cap.
Have you brought back the tipping of the cap? See, even that nowadays would be relegated because remember the whole how that got
Well,
turned
that's
into
just
something.
silly.
I know,
What
but
the hell is that? That's
my
just
point
silly.
is that means kind of like fuck
Is that
off.
the gang sign of the hat?
No,
world?
it was like just fuck
It
off.
almost looks like a fuck off.
Yeah, but that got turned. Oh, that's a white. Stop.
Kind of like this.
No, well that
okay,
too.
buddy.
But the guy who popularized that on
No,
TikTok was Korean, so I don't know where the relation, the anywho.
Oh, it's like Mike Glover of Fieldcraft Survival getting hit. They're calling him a white supremacist, and he's half Korean.
I know you live
Look.
across the street from a 7-Eleven.
Yes.
How many
And a McDonald's now, by the way.
moving on up
Ugh,
to the
moving
east
on
side?
down. Really? Couldn't it have been just like some nice local fare?
Well, let me ask you this: how would you feel about?
Would have preferred a
Stealth.
White Castle.
Stealth.
Maybe not.
I already think about self-storage
Holy
units.
fuck! Where are you going today?
I don't
Go
know.
back to docking?
Comes
Self-storage,
from a guy with a dick on his head.
self-storage units. Where do you guys stand on those?
That is just down the street, almost across from the neighborhood from me. Where I stand on those, it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing reduces your property value. Period.
Are we bringing back up the conversation of
Don's
like,
thinking the property
the-
value is going down because there's a
the-
storage unit going up.
Well, I think the self-storage units give
I think it
the
doesn't
area a industrial park feeling. especially the one
Actually,
I have
some
down
of
the
them are a little
street.
schmancy these days.
I know, but
though.
now they're like 3 foot tall, and they got stucco on them, and then they have all the surrounding ones. We have them
Well,
all.
would you rather have a self-storage unit or a homeless encampment?
Well, some might argue one begets the other.
Yeah, that's true.
You always have
But at
that
least
shifty
they're better
guy.
than tent.
Well, you always have that shifty guy who thinks he can get away with living in
How
his
about it?
storage unit.
So a quarter mile down the street, there's a hospital. Behind the hospital went in a BHO. Do you know what a BHO is?
No.
Behavioral
No.
Health Hospital.
Oh. A nutty,
Yeah.
a nut house.
After
Loony
that
bin.
happened, our homeless population swelled a little around here. I bid on that job. I had mixed emotions because it's in my neighborhood. But yeah.
Well, we have within probably 3 miles from my place, like 3 or 4 of them.
Well, that's 3 miles from your place. It's not across the street. Kitty corner.
One of them is actually if I pull out on the main thoroughfare, go down 2 blocks, there's a big ass one right there, right at the main intersection. The same intersection where my daughter T-boned a
Yeah.
person and ran over the crosswalk.
The,
that my
the
insurance
new one
company-
by the gas
Is that
station.
the one
Yeah.
with the car with the pop-off wheels?
That's the one where my insurance paid for the new crosswalk sign. Anyhow, Dateline, Cape Coral, Florida. I know this is a worldwide show, but we're going to stay regional here. Cape Coral possibly halting construction of future self-storage facility. I say
Wow.
good.
Somebody's got their panties in a bunch. It's all people like Don.
Yes. The city of
It's the
Cape Coral could be
Barons.
saying no to more self-storage facilities. Quote, it's just getting out of hand, one resident William Powell
It's
said.
everywhere, though, dude.
In a public
People
hearing
have too
next
much
month,
shit.
City Council, well, maybe that's a problem. Maybe if you don't need it, regular access to it, maybe you don't need it. Just saying. Says the guy who can't park his cars in the garage because he's got too much shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
Says the guy who can't use this
Hypocrite.
room because he's surrounded by a bunch of shit that was made 80 years ago. Anyhow, in a public hearing next month, City Council will discuss halting all permits, site plans, and development.
The other day, Don needs a storage unit. He can't find any because they're all booked up.
For storage units within all zoning districts as of January 19th, 2024, well, that's not soon enough. The city already has 1.5 million square feet of storage space and permitted or under construction. There is another
It's not that
1.5
much.
million square feet of existing storage space. So that's 1.5 that they're under construction and 1.
It's called 3 million.
That's already out there. The city
We
said
built
that the
an
lack of
Amazon facility at 2 million.
the city
So I
said
don't see that as a lot.
The city said that the lack of basement and attic space in Southwest Florida, there's a demand for space, but they are taking up prime real estate and are a little close together. Ain't that the goddamn truth?
Well, I do relate with the lack of basement. One thing we had nicely in the Midwest was basements. Out here in the desert, much like Florida, for opposite reasons, we don't have basements unless you have a lot of money because we have something called caliche. Caliche takes a lot of drilling and digging to get out. You have sandy, wet water, so you just have flooded basements every day of the week. Yeah.
On Burnt Store Road, where Dad used to live, there are some proposed regulations like keeping facilities 400 feet away from the main thoroughfare and 1,000 feet away from each other. The public hearing is coming April 15th. So
You're saying they don't want a self-storage facility on self-storage facility crime by being
Yes.
next to each other?
yeah, it's just all over the damn place.
That's a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I still got turd dry dock up on my screen? Let me leave that alone.
You're weird, man. Turd dry dock.
Well, I know the name of the episode now.
What was
Dry
it?
docking.
Oh, your listenership's going to go through the roof.
Oh yeah.
At least for the first 5 minutes. After that, I'll probably fall off. Why am I listening to this podcast? There's another 2.1 million out there you can listen to too.
You ever find it kind of annoying, like when you see a commercial come out, some fast food joint or something's trying to jump on some TikTok trend. They hire a TikToker, and that trend's like already 8 months old. It's like it's passe. Apparently, our
How
friends.
long do TikTok trends last? What is the good time frame?
Like
Is it
a
15
fucking-
seconds?
Like fucking
3 minutes?
a week or two, maybe.
This is why we got problems.
the songs and things last a little longer because people keep reutilizing them in all their videos.
Oh no! Oh no!
But apparently,
Pressure sounder.
apparently Wild Wings, you know, they're in the news lately, and they figure they can't let good publicity go to waste. And so their marketing department got a hold of a TikToker to create a new commercial.
It's a no-bones day, I just stay in bed.
Buffalo Ranch, 2 titans of sauce,
Noodles said it's fine if I don't get dressed.
brought together in a spicy, tangy, buttery sauce super team. So good, it's not even.
Alright, if I don't leave my house all night, it's a no-bones day.
At Buffalo Wild Wings.
300 pounds.
Buffalo Wild Wings admits boneless wings are not wings after a lawsuit states that it's true that they're not wings. Have you heard this story?
I have not, but I am offended by a combination of ranch and buffalo wings sauce. I'm a blue cheese guy on wings,
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I like a good blue cheese.
but I do like their super hot, the
You know-
new ghost pepper one.
Because life in Chicago is a true just nirvana. It's just
Yeah, I know. That's why half the people in this town's from Chicago.
it's just like there's nothing
Family.
going on. They've almost established world, like their essence of world peace.
It's peaceful there, right?
It's very peaceful. There's nothing going on in the courts.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in the courts. The courts are empty. The jails are empty. It's just fucking they figured it out. And
Nary
so
armed robbery to be found. Huh?
and so because there's so many judges sitting around with nothing to do, so many lawyers available, all just out golfing, a Chicago man decided to maybe help contribute to the legal system by providing some work for some out of work lawyers, and judges have nothing better to fucking do because there's nothing going on in Chicago at all. A
Mhm.
Chicago man filed a lawsuit against a chicken wing chain last week for false advertising. And he has a point, saying that boneless wings are overpriced since they are basically chicken nuggets.
Oh, absolutely. I always had said that boneless wings are just fucking chicken nuggets or chicken tenders. That's all they are. And they are. They're priced higher than the regular wings.
Amim Halim alleges the lawsuit against Buffalo Wild Wings and franchisor Inspire Brands, Inc. that boneless wings are just, quote, slices of chicken breast meat deep fried like wings, and that customers would either pay less for the boneless wing or not purchase them at all if they knew what the product was made of. I would say that the go-to argument is well, they're more expensive because you have to pay for the scraping of all that chicken off the floor, packing it together into a nugget, deep frying it, and then freezing it. Whereas a chicken wing is already cut, we just batter it, and and you get more meat on the chicken nugget. I'm sure ounce to
You
ounce.
get
If
more
you take
meat on
it,
a nugget, and it probably all comes from Tyson pre-made anyway.
and well, yeah. So I don't know. I really don't have. I mean, I like chicken wings, but I guess it
I
depends
would
on the
never
quality
get
of
it.
it.
I actually clown people for getting. At my age and people in their 30s and that, I'm like, you're getting boneless chicken wings? What are you, fucking 10? What do you mean, man?
This is a clear-cut case of false advertising should not be permitted, and consumers should be able to rely on the plain meaning of a product's name and receive what they were promised. The lawsuit stated, according to the Fox television station out of Chicago. Now, Buffalo Wild Wings are sarcastically confirming the allegations in the lawsuit, while revealing a well-known fact that other foods they sell do not contain what is included in the product names. They put out a tweet that says, "It's true. The restaurant chain tweeted on Monday, our boneless wings are all white meat breasts of chicken. Our hamburgers contain no ham, and our buffalo wings contain zero buffalo." Ha ha ha. And the lawsuit.
They should literally lean into it on their menus now. It says boneless wings, and in parentheses it says, seriously, some asshole tried to sue us for calling these things boneless chicken
The man
wings.
claimed that he purchased boneless wings from the restaurant in January, but regretted his purchase after learning what they were made of. As a result,
I mean, slippery slope. You get the regular traditional wings, half of them are
what
drumsticks.
the hell?
No, that's not a wing, that's a drumstick.
As a result, Mr. Halim suffered financial injury.
What?
Quote, as a result, comma, this is exactly how it's written. It's written horribly. As a result, comma, Mr. Halim suffered a financial injury as a result of the defendant's, quote, false and deceptive conduct, the lawsuit read.
You hire Saul Goodman?
How much do these fucking chicken wings cost? Buffalo Wild Wings began selling boneless
I've
chicken
been
wings
eating these things
20 years
for
ago.
10 years, and I just now discovered that they're actually not chicken wings.
The complainant cites a news report stating that restaurants started selling boneless wings because of the rise in cost of actual chicken wings and the reduced cost of chicken breast. He is suing
still
on
cost
allegations
more.
of false and deceptive business practices. So what does he win? Like, he get his $38 back, not including the tip? Or is he like
Sir,
going for
you get a
multi-million
lifetime
dollars?
supply of boneless chicken wings.
I just don't understand
Sorry,
how
I can't
shit
do
like that.
Chicago accent, even though I live with, married into a family of them.
I just don't understand how shit like that even makes it into court. I mean, it has to get stopped at mediation, right? I mean, like, we'll get with some mediators and we'll give you like $38 and a lifetime supply of fucking French fries. They're not gonna give him chicken wings because clearly he doesn't like them. They're not to his standard.
How about not buy them? Just get the fucking traditional wings and shut the fuck up.
But
When I go to a restaurant and I pick something to eat and I don't like it,
Give it
and
back.
I choose to go back to that restaurant,
Boo on you,
I'll
bud.
fucking get something else.
this guy right here, I boycotted El Polo Tropical for about a year and a half. Went back and then
Now, this boy
realized
here,
why
you
I stopped
talking
going
about
a year and a
yourself?
half. What's
Okay.
that?
So you're talking about yourself there,
Yeah.
this boy here?
Yeah, after the debacle during COVID and the prepaid, which we did a whole episode
Have
on.
you started going back?
Went back once and it was garbage, and we're done with it. It was horrible. Horrible quality. Everything's just rubbish.
Speaking of horrible,
Rubbish.
I had a doctor's appointment today.
How'd that go?
Not good. A shot in my finger because I got trigger finger. Actually, my palm right here. But the thing that pissed me off, doctor wants you to be there 45 minutes before your
You
gotta Check-in fill time.
out paperwork.
I filled out the paperwork online. Okay, a half hour before. I get there, two of the sheets I filled out evidently didn't populate in the system. And they were now required a pencil so we can Scantron it. So I have to get there 45 minutes early so I can sit around for an additional hour beyond my fucking appointment time. Seriously. Now the place is busy as shit. Probably the only real big orthopedic surgery centers in the city. Fucking come on, man. Come on, man.
Well, there's a lot of people who's got bad feet and whatnot from all the
I
hours
looked
of
at him.
pacing around the casino floors looking for the one-armed bandit that's going to pay out.
Looked at him. I said, "No, lucky me." Because what do you mean? I'm like, apparently it's my right side now. Now I get a shot in my foot and a shot in my hand.
To which he
Plantar
said,
fasciitis for the foot. That motherfucker hurts.
they go like right into the arch.
No, right into the fucking heel.
Ew.
Ain't no good. Now the second time around it wasn't so bad, but the first time he goes, "Oh, that's fucking tight." Oh yeah, about 20 years worth of tight. I hadn't done anything about it except throw in arch supports. So hey dudes, love them. I can't wear them.
Yeah, they don't. Hey dudes don't exactly provide the best arch support.
They will be great for a long drive-in.
Nope. Mine kind of took a little while to get used to because when I first wore them, because but then again I wear Adidas.
I actually pulled out that super soft, squishy insole I had put in my hard as hell supportive sole when I wear 'em.
added 4 ounces to that shoe.
If that's a problem, and this is what I tell people, is I heard somebody bitch about I don't use my phone case because it makes my phone too heavy. Well, maybe you need to go to the fucking gym.
Right.
Seriously, though.
Phone cases are so slippery, and
How slippery are they?
that they'll fly out your goddamn hand when you don't have a case on them. But tell me a more useless job than a cell phone case, not the case, the third part, but the actual housing of the cell phone. The guy who engineers cell phones.
I mean, the beautifully constructed glass and aluminum exterior of the cell phone.
Spent aluminum,
Looks kinda
spun
like
aluminum.
that.
Almost looks like a
Look at that. It's even got
looks
well,
like a
that
fucking
design's actually
sports
from the inside.
car. And
Yep.
then the guy at the cell phone sells 85% of the people who have iPhones a big clunky OtterBox. It looks like a fucking VCR tape. It's like, why design this stream?
Thank God those got better though.
Why design these sweet streamlined cases when you're, I mean, I've always gone with the jelly cases, but like I see these people, these just huge. I mean, but the jelly cases make, you know.
I'm a fan of Spigen cases, and why I like this one is I can actually protect my fucking lens.
What are you doing? Rolling
Protect
on the
your
gravel all
lens,
day?
or-
No, but man, you have to admit, putting your shit inside of your pants pockets, that does eventually wear on your cameras. Makes them kind of fuzzy. You can't ever get them clean. Looks like it's always a layer of Vaseline on it.
I think that's just from the makeup you put on your face to smear on the screen. I
My
heard a
makeup
report
doesn't
the
go
other
back
day.
Here. My makeup goes here, not here.
Okay, well,
Here, not here.
well, you have a front
Here,
lens
not
too.
here. Here, not here. And TikTok, can you learn portrait mode? Or I'm sorry, landscape mode?
I wish.
No.
Landscape mode?
The sad thing is, I was
Can anybody tell me why portrait mode is better than landscape mode? That makes sense.
on TikTok, yes, because the comments are sideways. Because one day I was out fishing and I said, you know, guys, if I went landscape, you could see the entire width of the canal instead of. And I turned it sideways. Everybody's complaining because the chat was going sideways. Yeah, it took us 10 years
TikTok, why don't you modify or add a little program where you have an option?
because they say, hey, fucker, we run this bitch. Now, Instagram's copying off of us. YouTube's copying off of us. Facebook's
We're
copying
getting
off
all your
of us.
information and passwords and passing it on to China.
Because Facebook isn't doing it anyhow.
Well, they're not passing it on to China.
Says you. You don't know what those numbskulls
Because
are doing.
everybody on TikTok, they like that dopamine hit.
But the
on their
point is,
views.
it took us 10, 15 years to get people to stop using Keystone when shooting videos, and now we're going back. It's like, you're
I've
filming
never heard it
TikTok.
called Keystone. I've always heard it called portrait.
You got
Is that
Keystone
an
and
old-timey
landscape.
term? Or is that headstone?
I'm sorry, keyhole.
Keyhole.
Yeah, like an old skeleton key. There's a good portrait mode.
Portrait.
But yeah, by the time we got everybody finally on landscape, now they went back.
Hmm.
Do you look for ways to speed up things around the house? Every Saturday we're all stuck cleaning. Gotta clean the house before I can do anything.
What'd you do this weekend? I
Um,
fucking did errands and cleaned the goddamn house of cars.
Well, I finally got the rear.
Laundry.
I finally got the rear
Jeez,
sprinkler put back in. Then I had to relocate after I built my fence, and then I had to mow my grass. Blah 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 blah.
You know how you get out of laundry, Mike? Fuck up a good load once.
No, because then you just end up doing your own.
Yeah, doesn't work that way.
Not me.
We separate. She does hers.
You guys separated over laundry? Didn't
Oh,
get married
please don't
yet.
tell me your
Jesus.
bank accounts are the same way too. If you're married, I know so many people who
Or
like
engaged.
married people here. Like, we don't have same bank account because what if she up and takes off and drains my account? I'm like, well, then you've got fucking problems already, bud.
Gordon,
My opinion.
you're in a block of cheese group.
Oh, I am a block of cheese guy.
Are you a block of cheese guy, Mike? Or are you pre-shredded still?
Block of cheese, my friend.
You ever find? You
I just made the dogs bark.
would cheese tax. Do you want to eliminate the worry? Eliminate the worry of cleaning your cheese grater. You know, the laborious
You
hours
get a ninja.
and hours it takes to clean your old school analog cheese grater.
Oh, so you're
Seriously,
talking
hours?
about okay,
Soak
so
that shit
hang
in
on,
water, bud.
Hang on,
hot
you're,
water.
you're talking about taking a block of cheese and making your own shredded cheese.
Yes, that's what the block of cheese club
Yes.
is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do you buy your cheese in a bag that's already
Pre-sliced?
shredded, or do you buy a box that you have to shred?
Pre-shred.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Do yourself a favor.
Don learned.
We're about a month and a half in. A block
Wait,
of
I got a
cheese.
text. Stop being loud. You're making the dogs bark.
A block of cheese. That bag is $7.
And it's full of
Preservatives to keep it from sticking.
preservatives and bullshit.
And
Look at the ingredients on the bag of cheese versus a block of cheese.
well, kind of back to my suggestion about the boneless chicken wing. Since there's more manufacturing involved, it's going to cost more money. Whereas here's a block of cheese. Only had to cut it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of shredding it and bagging it and all that stuff. So we went down the block of cheese route. And so now we grate our own
It's
cheese.
addictive.
So according to this website, because people are concerned, they need to alleviate the worry of the laborious cheese grater cleaning process. Shredding cheese with a cheese grater is the best way to get all the cheesy goodness you want on your preferred dish. However, there's no denying that cheese graters are nearly impossible to clean. Alleviate your worry. So this website suggests you put away the steel wool. Who the fuck uses steel wool on a cheese grater? Anyhow, you put away the steel wool and the soap, and there is better an option. You can clean your grater using a potato.
I'm wasting a potato.
Yes. And then you get all the potato chunks in there.
Now my potatoes are stuck in there.
Yeah, so
Especially when it gets on the back side of the really fine one nobody uses.
shred
Grater side.
the raw potato after you shred the cheese. It will clear the gummy cheese from the grater holes, and then you can use a shredded potato for all your sorts of food.
All right, because I'm shredding this block of cheese, I now got to make hash browns.
Right? I was going to say, well, who the fuck puts potatoes on everything?
Sounds like, oh, fuck, I'm having hash browns this weekend.
Why does this
Cheesy,
cheese-
we're going to have them smothered, covered.
Why does
What-
this
how do you have
cheese
yours
taste
from-
like that?
What is it?
Awful waffle?
Yeah.
Well, when I was going there a lot, I wasn't eating it. I was on my protein off. I was trying to get off the carbs, so I would get the cheap poor man's T-bone with eggs and bacon instead of the hash brown and no toast. But I
Yes.
usually just get it plain with old-fashioned ketchup. I don't get all the ham chunks and onions and all that nonsense in there. It's not my bag. I just like plain
How
old
about
fried
some
taters.
cheese? Fried taters with cheese on it.
I enjoy the taste of taters and ketchup.
It doesn't, no, it adds to, it doesn't round out.
Mike, you're a plumber, or so you claim.
Oh, shit.
Maybe.
Somebody
fisherman,
calls
too.
you and they say, Mike, my shower head just dribbles on my head. I get pressure down at the faucet. Pressure's good everywhere, but I'm just getting little dribbles on my head. How do you tell people to clean their shower head?
Go to Home Depot and buy a new one.
There's a lot of different variables there, bud.
Yeah. Depends on what's
mean-
clogging it up and what's causing the issue.
I mean,
Is it a mixing valve?
the exterior of the shower head. I mean, if you look at
What if they said it's white and scaly?
white and scaly,
Let me guess. A bag with
vinegar.
vinegar in it.
No.
Opposed to a bottle of CLR?
Well, that'll just take the finish right off. Especially if it's
so-
chromed
Why did
plastic.
I bring Finland
So-
into this?
If I go to a customer's house and then
Could have said the Polish.
Oh, my shower head, it sprays all different kinds of ways and the pressure's not that good and all that, so I'll take the shower
It's
head
like
off,
peeing after sex.
and I'll actually take it under the faucet and
God,
I'll
he didn't say dry docking.
I'll take. Sometimes I'll take like a needle or something like that, and I'll actually poke out each individual nipple.
No, you're getting paid by the hour.
I was gonna say, of course, you can pay by the hour.
Boy, that was expensive. I might as well just bought a new fucking shower head.
Nope.
Yeah.
According to our friends at
But-
investing.com, Mike, you're absolutely wrong. Gordon, you're absolutely correct. Your shower is an essential part of your day or night, and is definitely a place that is ripe for cleaning hacks. Cleaning your shower head might not seem as pressing to you as cleaning the tub or the walls of the shower itself, but it's still bacteria prone. Clean your shower head. Fill the plastic bag halfway with white vinegar. Now, don't overfill the
Brought to you
plastic
by
bag.
Heinz vinegar.
The vinegar could overflow when you submerge your shower head into it. Okay, then what's the worst that happens?
is
You get
totally
vinegar
written
in your
for
fucking
dum-dums.
bathtub.
Hi, I just moved out of my parents' house. I need to know how to clean this shower head in this piece of shit apartment I just moved into.
This next one might actually be worth looking into.
No.
So wait a minute now.
Inline booster?
For anybody that's curious, you don't need to do that. If you're taking a shower, look at your shower head and rub your damn thumb across the face of the damn shower head, and you're good to go. It fixes it right up.
Ew, that's gross.
A weekly maintenance ritual, huh?
Yeah.
I got one
Spraying
plumbing
right,
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Last one. So our water pressure out here is 40 psi and less.
That's fucking garbage.
Well, I live in a desert that's running out of water. Which is funny because California says they got so much rain now they've gotten rid of their water restrictions. They're like, the lake's still empty.
And all that snow.
Yeah, but they can't capture that water.
Because they ain't trying hard enough.
Inline boosters. You know anything about those?
A little bit.
Are they worth it?
How old is your house?
7 years.
Less than 10.
Less than 10?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. What kind of pipe do you have?
What is installed these days everywhere?
PEX.
You got it.
Go for it. I say go for it. If it's older than about 10 years, and you've got like older system like CPVC or something like that, absolutely not.
With the bad fittings.
Well, that you're talking like polybutylene, but
That just sounds healthy to run water through, doesn't it?
yeah.
I was dating this girl, and she called me one night.
Is she a polybutylene?
She was kind of nervous. She said, I got something to tell you. I said, what's that? She said, I came back from the doctor, and I was diagnosed with polybutylene. I never talked to her again.
Apparently it was laying some pipe.
What about water
God,
stains
quiet.
on your coffee table?
What do what?
What?
Water stains from your glass because people don't know how to use coasters.
Can I
How do
Gas
you
cleaner.
from wood?
On wood? Can I guess?
Sure.
Heating it.
With what?
Blow dryer.
And
I don't know.
I got a heat gun. Will that work?
I think if you own a heat gun, you're well past investing.com's home hacks. Just
I
like
don't
if you
a
have
heat gun. I want
linseed
a heat
oil.
gun.
If you have a heat gun and linseed oil, you don't need this. But if you don't know what linseed oil or a heat gun is, then you can suffer with a hair dryer and olive oil. When it comes to
Okay.
hardwood, water stains is the most. I think it's.
Don't say hardwood and dry docking, please.
How many people have hardwood floors with water stains from like cups and shit? Very few.
Probably people who live in older homes.
Well,
I
I'm
have
just.
vinyl hardwood floors.
Well, I'm just
I do
saying.
too.
When I see this image, they show all the water rings from all the glasses, but most people don't have solid wood coffee tables anymore. It's that pressure treated shit. And
Which
it
is
just
fucking garbage.
and
the
it just
finish
bubbles
rubs off of
up.
it within a year.
and it just bubbles up. So we want to read this
All
hack
this
because
is
who?
laser printed fucking paper
Mm-hmm.
That's particle board.
with a
It's-
with contact
it's-
paper on the outside.
It's like the shit when you were a
Reminds
kid.
me of a Subaru Samurai.
Before you knew about what's that shit called, that wood that you use for subwoofer boxes nowadays.
Masonite, not Masonite.
Yeah, we used to call it masonite.
CSB or
Not OBX.
No,
S,
something
but,
strand board. Correlated strand
pressed,
board. CSB.
pressed cardboard.
CS. I think it's CSB.
Yeah.
Before that, we used to use fucking particle board shit.
Yep.
We just fucking put that box together and you know, whatever happens, you fucking, you know, get moisture or something like that in your trunk and you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing would just fucking explode.
All your joints would pop.
Yeah,
Everything
particle board is fucking garbage. I use that shit for cabinets and stuff when I'm working into a cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It just
Everything you do.
if you don't have like, if you're trying to use a hole saw, it's just going to blow out the back. The front will look fine. The back will
Yeah.
just blow out.
Well,
And
the trick
these-
is you're supposed to go from both sides.
These
You got to
people-
score it in one way, then you got to flip around the other direction.
These people have like, you know, expensive houses and stuff like that. Man,
With garbage fucking
Speaking of hacks,
Garbage.
I saw the best hack. How many times have you gone to drill a hole with a hole saw? You drilled your hole,
Oh, I know where you're going with this one.
and then it turns out your hole's too small. You got to go to the next size, 2 sizes up. You're like, fuck. You know how to get around that issue, Mike?
Didn't you post this on TikTok? the
I
other day?
shared it in somebody's video who did
Yeah.
it.
I saw it.
You take the
Fuck's sake!
you, you take the original hole
Ah,
saw.
jeez. Is he
uh,
from Canada?
I think so. You take the original hole saw, screw it onto the arbor with the new sized hole saw. So now that the original hole saw is acting like a new arbor to fit in that hole, so you can then
So
cut.
you put the new inside you put the smaller one inside the bigger one. and-
Correct. You leave the bigger one on the arbor at the end, and then you just screw the smaller one into it, and use it as a guide because it's already the same size hole that you already fucked up and cut to begin with.
Yeah,
The
that's
Band-Aid one was good that he did.
that guy on TikTok. I see
Yeah.
his fucking videos all the time. It's like,
Yeah,
Fuck's
he's in your
sake.
algorithm.
fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake. I hate this.
No fucking way.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. What? Did you actually see his name? His
don't
his
remember.
TikTok name is What No Way. What?
What?
No
Oh, is it?
way.
No
that's,
way.
That's his actual name. Is what?
What?
No way.
No way. Fuck's sakes.
Fishing report. Fishing report. They're finally
Uh-oh.
picking up, Mike. They're finally picking up.
Is it Dig Central?
We were doing a lot of seawall fishing over the last few weeks because it's been too goddamn windy. It's been like anywhere between 18 to 22 mile-an-hour gust of winds, and if it's over 12, forget about it.
For those of you not from Southwest Florida, seawall fishing isn't fishing on a wall at the sea. It is
A wall in front of any form of water.
like canal, lake.
Canal, lake, ocean, sea.
But when you mean
Big
it,
pool.
you mean freshwater, right?
I just mean any clear bank, really. And so we've been seawall fishing, and we've been picking up a little bit here and there, getting some dinks. We went out to Gator Circle yesterday, and like we were getting action right off the bat. I lost like 4 and landed 2. She lost like 5 and landed 2, but they're finally starting to hit again. So things are starting to roll back around, and I'm excited for that.
Good.
I just opened. This is how bad because when the bite's not hot, I get so bored.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to go.
I don't know how people. Well, I do.
Fishing just ain't fast enough for me.
Well, that's when we fish. We don't throw. You won't see a fucking bobber anywhere near my boat. And you
No,
won't see a
I get
worm.
that. I just need shit coming at me 100 miles an hour.
Throw a whopper plopper. Run a speed worm.
But like I get subscriptions.
What? No way.
Actually, right there.
Mm-hmm.
I get that every month, and the last time I went, I can't say that because I went across the street in the little lake behind Target, and I caught a few small ones. But the last time before that, I went with you, and I just got a new box today.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was today or
From
yesterday.
Carl's or the other one?
Monster Bass.
No, okay. I got mystery tackle box.
Yeah, you do the other guys.
Yeah, I got that crankbait that came in this month. I've already caught like 3 or 4 fish on.
I had the one box on my. I came into the office because I was getting ready for the podcast, and I was like, I have 2 boxes here, and I picked up one, and I was like, oh, this must be the new one, and then I picked up the other one. Both of them were not even open yet.
Nice.
I was like, what the fuck?
Like Christmas.
I haven't touched them in 2 months.
That's
2
like
months. 2 subscriptions came in, and I haven't even fucking looked at them yet.
Well, you've been busy as
Just
shit,
open-
right?
I just opened them.
well, that's kind of like me at Dollar Shave Club. I signed up with them like 12 years ago. I got some goddamn razor cartridges laying around because it's only $3 a month. It ain't worth my time to pause my account.
I actually
like-
canceled mine. 2 months in a row, the shit didn't show up.
Really? Somebody's stealing it. Mine comes every time.
We get a book.
Well, the problem is Dollar Shave Club is now owned by Unilever, so they went corporate.
You
Well,
get a
it don't
book
matter,
with
you
every
know,
box.
Yeah.
And it gives you a breakdown of every single bait that's inside that box.
Yep.
Which I think is really cool. I think Mystery does that too.
Yeah, what a lot of people do is they
Good
just
old
buy
toilet reading.
they buy the mystery tackle box or that one for what is it, like $20 a month? You get like $38, $50 worth of shit, and then they just sell them on eBay at retail price and make
Yeah.
no money. I started getting
I
all
have
like Google Whopper ploppers. I just go to eBay and buy them off somebody for $13 and got them in a $15 mystery box.
Yeah, I was for the last I think like year and a half I've gotten a Monster Bass box. And I'm an ambassador with them, and so I get a pretty good discount on the monthly. But I stopped it for 1 month in December, and it wasn't going to restart until January. So I emailed them. I was like, "Yeah, I just I want to stop." And they're like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, but you're an ambassador. Oh. We can pause it for you for a month." It's like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I want to pause it. It's we have Christmas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like fuck, get another fucking box email or whatever. So I was worrying about spending money for my
You
kid.
just
and
throw a
all
bow
that
on
shit,
it and
so
send
I'm
it my way. Merry Christmas. Oh, thanks.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I opened it up. I opened both boxes up, and I was like, "Holy shit! There's some good stuff in here."
Yep. Now you just gotta get it on the boat.
Yep, I know.
Mm.
We got to do some saltwater fishing though too.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on in your neck of the
Only
world,
yaks.
Gordon? Getting ready for your road travels?
Getting ready for my road travel, sitting here watching, listening to the drum beats get slowly louder and more up tempo.
You ain't talking about World War III, are you?
Yeah, I guess some Russians decided to hot dog with that Reaper drone. Brought it down. in
Yep.
international waters.
Yeah, that was nice. That was an accident.
Russia, yeah, just an accident. From Fox, here's just a headline. Use of nuclear weapons would be the end of North Korean regime, according to Pentagon.
Well, you
Just
know,
evaporate.
I things fucking ridiculous. So, Russia and China
China.
are
I can't do it.
they're throwing their weight around, and part of the
I know.
reason for it is because we have agreed to sell Australia some nuclear
Nuclears.
powered
Submarines.
submarines, not nuclear firing. Well, I'm sure they're capable of doing that. We're not selling them nuclear warheads. We're selling them nuclear powered submarines in 2040, quite a while from now. And so Russia and China are saying, hey, you guys broke the no nuke pact. You're not supposed to be providing nukes to foreign governments. It's like it's a submarine. We're not selling them,
Nuclear power.
we're not selling them warheads or, uranium. We're selling them a fucking vehicle that is energized by this stuff. And but
We ain't
that's
selling
their
them warheads on foreheads, but we are selling them the
vehicle to
system.
transfer it. But that's
Yeah.
that's like you guys are looking for a reason.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
U.S. Air Force
According to them.
unveils mutant missile that can twist in the air and change directions faster. Sweet.
You were talking about Joe Rogan podcast earlier, Mike, before we came
Mhm.
on.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the physicist who was on there the other day. And Joe was trying to get him to acknowledge whether or not UFOs exist because, as you may or may not know, the Pentagon just happened to put a
Hold
report.
on. Pentagon officials suggest alien mothership in our solar system could send mini probes to Earth.
And so Joe
And
was,
nobody's talking
Cool.
about it.
that's because we're all narcissists. But Joe was trying to get this physicist to either admit or flat out deny the possibility, or there's no way in hell possibility of the existence of UFOs. And in a long interview, he kind of explained how he's come around a little bit, but ever since back in the day, his whole thing was when it came to aliens, this was the modern day government's equivalent of the Ghost Army of World War II, which was when we were planning D-Day, we intentionally leaked out information to the French resistance, who then purposely leaked out to the Germans that we were going to start the landings further north, and then we sent inflatable tanks, which, by the way, Ukraine's doing that again. Inflatable tanks, inflatable jeeps, the Ghost Army, they actually sent Patton up there so that the French people say, oh, Patton's here, and be in the newspaper.
Basically, classic misdirection.
Yes, classic misdirection. And so he was basically saying that anytime the government, anytime somebody would talk about UFOs and space shuttles, it was just a way to cover up shit we're working on. Like back in the 70s and 80s when the stealth bomber and the SR-71 Blackbird were flying around. Right when we were developing and planning the test flight, that's when all these
But I
UFO
tell
sightings
you
came
what,
out.
when I first moved here, because we got Nellis, I saw my first B-2 bomber in the air.
Yep.
First thing I thought was, yeah, no wonder people thought they saw UFOs back in the fucking day.
And so his hypothesis was, he started going down the rabbit hole a little bit about perhaps the legitimacy of it, but a big part of him was, I just think we're probably going to test some new military equipment out, so we need to put the subterfuge up there so if people see lights, oh, that's just a mothership and the drones, not anything the government.
That's just a pending alien invasion.
Yeah.
Pay no mind.
Go back to
Eh,
TikTok.
it's not a Chinese weather balloon. It's just extraterrestrial.
It is
from
crazy,
another
though,
solar
that
system.
our government essentially put this out there and no one's talking about it. Mothership.
Oh no, because the slap and is Chris Rock and going to show back up on the Oscars is more important.
Yeah, but no one outside of the industry is talking about that.
I'm curious.
Bi-curious?
No.
There's
Oh,
nothing wrong with
damn,
that
you
if
almost
you
walked
were.
right into that one.
I'm curious. What's your guys' stance on life outside of our planet?
I will quote from the movie Contact because it makes sense. Actually, I will paraphrase. Basically, if you look at the way Mother Nature runs, how is everything super efficient, right?
Sure.
All the way down to fungus and how it runs. Space is huge. To quote Matthew McConaughey, basically it'd be a great big waste of space. There's got to be something there. There's just no way. In 1 square inch, and I may have the numbers off, of what the Hubble could pick up or the new telescope, which is badass, there's hundreds of thousands of galaxies. just in that little field, that's postage stamp sized field.
And then if you
How
can,
could there not be?
I mean, just considering the fact that on the surface of this GoPro camera there's bacteria and life. So,
Yeah.
as far as intelligent stuff,
Now, I did hear an interesting thing, and I'm sorry to cut you off. And this is a little political, probably could get us in trouble. And it did come from Michael Savage, but he has a point. Because, you got all these anti-abortion or these pro-abortion people saying that's not life, that's not life. But yet, if we were to discover a microbe on Mars, the news will read life discovered on Mars. A little bit of hypocrisy.
it's all about convenience.
Yep. It's all about your narrative.
As far as
My truth. It's my truth.
as far as intelligent life within reach of us,
There's none here anyway.
as far as movable beings with a brain and a heartbeat and the ability to conjure ideas, whether they're dumb or smart, goes in our solar system,
That's the question.
I honestly borderline on the time traveler thing over
Into the graves of us in
alien
the future.
alien being in our solar system or within travel range of us. I'm not saying they're not out there.
Yeah, definitely not within travel.
Within travel range of
and-
us, I truly believe that anything we see or interact with will probably turn out to be, as Gordon and I once joked around about time travelers coming back to figure out when things went fucking south, and that's why we're seeing more of it now with all the shit going on, trying to figure out when did we fuck up, when can we get
Oh
back.
fuck! We landed 50 years too early.
60s, like nope, they're still dumb. They moved to 90s, okay, things are getting settled down. 2018,
They're
like
still
fuck.
violent apes.
I think we're getting closer to doomsday, and now they're 2023, more showing up.
I heard a good description on the Lex Friedman podcast. A good podcast. He's a little dry sounding. Very good podcast. Guy on there, I think it's Sam Watson, called Trump a chaos monkey. I think, yeah, that's about right.
I'm sorry I don't have the physicist's name, but on the topic of aliens, I kind of like another hypothesis he put out
And when you
there.
say aliens, do you got to be like aliens and have the crazy hair?
Most aliens are bald in most portrayals.
And I'm talking about the Swiss Greek guy on Ancient Aliens.
Oh, that guy. I forget the physicist's name. He's a couple episodes back. Weinstein, I think. Not that Weinstein, but yeah, I think Eric Weinstein, something like that. Another
I'm looking.
interesting hypothesis.
Eric Weinstein, yes.
Another interesting hypothesis, and Joe pointed out that, did you notice, Joe's like, well, let me ask you a question. He's like, do you feel there's any truth that, with the exception of what we see in caves and pyramids, in modern day recordings, we didn't start getting quote-unquote UFO invasions until after we dropped the atomic bomb? And Eric's like, let me float an idea. He's like, you familiar with the North Sentinel Island outside of India? Or either one of you familiar with that?
No, but I am familiar with Foo Fighters, and I thought that was before the bombs were dropped.
North Sentinel Island is an island off the coast of India. India is within governance over them, but they have a hands-off approach. And on this island live a group of indigenous people who they believe were traveling from Africa upon a boat, got lost, marooned on this island, and they've basically been untouched. There's been reports from like the 60s and 70s, and maybe early 1900s, even late 1800s. People try to land there, convert them, and they never return. I.e.,
Yeah, you ever seen those movies where there's a castaway on a weird island, and then all of a sudden they're just dead?
well,
That's them.
they're kind of assuming, And in modern day, there's videos. Modern day, like people come on boats and they come out and throw arrows and shit at them. And apparently,
And it's not the gods must be crazy either.
and I guess somewhere around the 80s or 90s, India base said, "Hey, leave these fucking cats alone. If anybody wants to land on this island, they gotta get permission from the Indian government. The Indian government will send some people out there every once in a while, some coconuts, try to establish. But for all intents and purposes, no one's really been around these people.
They're feral.
They're feral." So Eric Weinstein's example is that he's like, who's to say that we are not the North Sentinel Island of the Milky Way? And
That's absolutely true.
And that there's an India out there who has decided, hey, we're going to leave them alone, leave them to their own devices. If you want to go down there, you got to clear it with us first. He's like, now let's say you're the India of the cosmos, and you have your North Sentinel planet island there, and you're watching them, see how they do. Oh, look at that. They invented the internal combustion engine. You see little boats drifting around the island, jumping the island. You see the little technology. Then one day, you see a little atom bomb, mushroom cloud. Poof. At what point do you step
that's
in and
cute.
say,
They discovered
no,
nuclear
worse? At that point, you say, okay, we better go intervene because they're going to fuck this shit up. And so his hypothesis is perhaps we're the North Sentinel island of the Milky Way, and once we started putting mushroom clouds into the atmosphere, our intergalactic India started to maybe come down and start poking around to make sure we ain't going to kill ourselves.
Check some shit out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
All right.
clearly the kids are out of control.
Babysit these guys now.
Yeah.
You gotta be babysat.
It's an interesting theory.
Well, you have those conspiracy theorists who claim that that someone a while back, and I'm not into that stuff. That's why I don't have any great detail. These are just things I've come across and read. Apparently, that someone did some experiments and they tried to bounce sound waves off the moon, and the shit kept traveling. So they're convinced that the moon is hollow, and there's no way that the moon could possibly
it would still bounce
hollow.
back, though, because even if it was hollow, it still would have a skin on it that would bounce back some. So
Yeah, but I
that-
guess
that-
kind of like our fish finder, depending on the surface, some of it bounces back and some of it goes deeper and keeps traveling.
Yeah.
But these people's
What you said.
hypothesis is that the Earth is kind of like the Death Star. It was a mode of transportation, if you will, and that we, the human beings on the planet Earth, are descendants of Martians because when we humans lived on Mars and fucked that planet up probably through nuclear war, luckily we had an escape pod, i.e. the moon, and they traveled over here, and the moon is nothing but an empty spaceship that used to populate this Earth. That's the hype. That's the conspiracy behind the hollow moon.
Well, that's the same thing with the flat earthers, right?
Yeah.
And the hollow earthers and all that.
But if you think about that,
It kind of makes sense.
Space is a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sound in space, right?
That is incorrect.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought no one could hear you scream in space.
You can't test that theory out because you'd die. Your blood would vaporize.
Well, if you play a speaker, well, I guess we do zap sound waves to distant depths of the solar system.
Do we?
Yeah. We've been sending radio waves.
There's
out
actually
forever.
a sound bite of a sound released by NASA from a black hole at the center of the Perseus galaxy cluster, which would be pressure waves emitted from the black hole causing ripples in the cluster of stars' hot gas. So yes, you can have sound, and they think it's really weird sounding out there.
I'm sure it is, but yeah. Gordon, you ready for the news?
Oh shit, it's that time already, huh?
Looking at my Gucci, it's about that time.
All right, let me
Looking at my
let
Garmin,
me
the battery's not dead.
get myself prepared.
Prepared
news.
or prepaid?
A little bit of both, if I could, please.
Speaking of prepared and prepaid, if you want to support what we do over here at the D-410 network,
God knows we need the support.
head over to what'sinyourhead.com, D-410.com, and sign up for Patreon. It'll cost you $1 a month, or head over to YouTube and just watch some of our videos. I have temporarily changed the name of our YouTube channel. You can still find it under Digital 410, but as like the other day when I was fishing, some guy stopped and said, I saw your camera. Do you have a YouTube channel? And I'm like, Digital 4, huh? So now our YouTube channel is just D410 Media. Should be a lot easier for people to find. So just go to YouTube, type in D410, all one word, media, and it'll bring you right to our page. And you can support the show simply by watching our videos and subscribing. So please do that, and that'll go a long way to help what we do around here. So now you ready for the news?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Beep, 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 news.
After 40 to 50 years. What the fuck? Moonwalking astronauts will finally have sleeker, more flexible spacesuits that come in different sizes
I
when
thought
they
this-
step onto the lunar surface later this decade.
When I saw those uniforms,
I did not know it was one size fits all.
When I saw those what's the original space outfits were made by Tampax. But when I first saw those spacesuits, I thought they kind of looked like a poor man's astronaut. They looked like so minimalist. It's
You
weird
talking about
looking.
the black ones?
They have their white ones with the black boots that come up their knees. They must look like rubber, like gardening boots.
I think that's for the space flights, but this is actually a black and orange, pretty sleek looking spacesuit. Kind of like it. It's a little more Hollywood than in the past. Exactly what looks like remains under wraps. The company designing the next generation spacesuits, Axiom Space, said Wednesday that it plans to have new versions for training purposes for NASA later this summer. The moon suits will be white. Sorry, not black. Bad picture. Fuck you, AP.
I'm looking at it, and every picture they have is black, but I guess it would make sense, especially if you're doing spacewalk. You don't want your astronaut to blend into the background.
Or burn up from the heat.
Yeah.
Because you need to reflect it. Moon suits will be white like they were during NASA's Apollo program more than half a century ago. It was close, am I guessing? According to the company, they were so that they reflect the heat and keep future moonwalkers cool, as I thought is pretty common sense in my opinion. The suits provide greater flexibility and more protection from the moon's harsh environment and will come in wider ranges of sizes, according to the Houston-based company. NASA awarded Axiom Space a $228.5 million contract to provide the outfits for the first moon landing in more than 50 years. The space agency is targeting late 2025 at the earliest to land 2 astronauts on the moon's south pole. Better get there before China claims it all. In Wednesday's event in Houston, Axiom employee modeled the dark space suit, doing squats and twisting and waist to demonstrate its flexibility. The company said that the final versions will be different, including the color. I don't want anybody to get it mixed up, according to Alston's Russell Ralston. With the colors, this is kind of what it is. So basically the demo version's in black, which obviously looks way cooler, easier to sell that way, I'm sure. And then they'll say colors may vary on final product. So we got that. Next story. Is, I got two animal stories.
Aww.
Because we like animals around here. Coming in from the AP, the beloved and yet debated French Bulldog has become United States' top dog breed.
Pshaw.
They all sound like 500-year-old men trying to run a marathon when they're at a dog park.
Mm-hmm. You hear my betterment night. That's just
Actually,
me.
Oliver is pretty noisy, too. For the first time in 3 decades, the U.S. has a new favorite dog breed. In 3 decades. Do the math, 30 years.
So Labradors, Beagles.
Adorable in some eyes, deplorable in others. The sturdy, pushed-faced, perky-eared, world-weary looking, and distinctively droll French Bulldog becomes the nation's most prevalent purebred dogs. Let's pop my P's a little bit more.
Someone was trying to get their adjective quota filled for this month, and they wrote that article.
Yes, they
Holy
were.
fuck.
The club announced Wednesday Frenchies outlasted Labrador retrievers from they wrestled them. They ousted them from the top spot after recording a record 31 years. Why, one may ask? Well, they're comical, friendly, loving little dogs.
And they're all over TikTok.
Says French Bulldog Club of America spokesman Patty Sosa. Oh, it's not last name Creed. City friendly with modest grooming and exercise needs. Well, they need a little bit more. She says they offer a lot in a small package. Yet the Frenchie's dizzying rise, which wasn't even top 75 breed a quarter century ago, worries its fans, to say nothing of its critics.
Well, that's because they're upset that their favorite dog could possibly run you $20,000.
Yeah, after medical expenses.
Oh no,
Probably
just
more.
like the retail price on some of those are fucking ridiculous.
Oh, wow. The buzzy little bulldogs have been targeted in thefts, including last month's fatal shooting of a 76-year-old South Carolina breeder and the 2021 shooting of a California dog walker who was squiring singer Lady Gaga's pets. Squiring? Boy,
Yeah.
this one's reaching deep for some words.
Lady
They're
Gaga.
concerned that the demand, plus the premium that some buyers will pay for exotic coat colors and textures,
The ones that look like
is
cookies.
endearing quick buck breeders to unhealthy dogs. One could say that of my Blue Merle Cavalier. The breed's popularity is sharpening the debate over whether there's anything healthy about propagating dogs prone to breathing, spinal, eye, and skin conditions.
Well, we've already said, I think New Zealand and a few other countries already outlawed the breeding of those dogs.
AKC's popularity rankings cover 200 breeds in the nation's oldest canine registry. Is the nation's oldest. It shouldn't say in, but is the nation's oldest canine registry. The stats are being based on nearly 716,500 puppies. That's a lot of fucking puppies. And other dogs newly registered last year. About 1 in every 7 of them were Frenchies.
That's
Wow.
insane.
Wow.
I mean, I do see them all over the place, especially the dog park. Then our dog park is very Boston heavy as well. But then again, 5 of them are owned by one dude, so.
You got your AP News out of Cincinnati. Cincinnati. Cocaine cat. Escaped owner will now live in Cincinnati Zoo. And it's funny, you know what kind of cat this
Is there any
is?
relation to the cocaine bear?
No, but a family member has a couple of these. An African serval cat was found with cocaine in its system after it escaped at a traffic stop. Now calls the Cincinnati Zoo home.
Servals are
Much to the
crazy
delight-
without the cocaine.
Can you
Yeah, no
imagine that?
shit. Our stepsister has a couple.
Well, she has one. I don't know if she has a couple.
No, she's got 2.
Oh, she won't breed them now.
Yeah, I don't know, but all I know is that she posted what happened to her blinds one day when they saw a bird.
Yeah.
One of them saw a bird. Anyway, to much of the delight of social media users, still amused at the release of the recent movie Cocaine Bear. The Wildcat story has trended online, where users relished in the absurdity of the horror comedy with riffs of the true story of the 175 black-bound bear that was found dead near the duffel bag. Yeah, that's what the movie's based on, a dead bear near bag. Jesus, more alliteration today. But when that dead bear was found near bag, there was some $200 million worth of cocaine.
Yep.
Social media users have predictively dubbed the serval the cocaine cat.
I'm sure
The
it'll be
slender
a
feline
movie.
made its escape after its owner was pulled over by police on January 28th, according to local animal control officials. It then leapt from the car and into a tree, and it probably didn't leap hard. Ray Anderson of Cincinnati Animal Care said that the local animal control Hamilton County dog wardens were called at around 2 a.m. in the residential Oakley neighborhood. In Ohio, it is illegal to own the animals, which can weigh up to 40 pounds.
Well,
Tell you
shit,
what, you know,
ferrets were
talking-
still legal there until I was in high school.
I thought they were still legal.
No, they
I
finally
moved
legalized
back.
them when I was in high school.
Those things stink anyway. During the rescue mission, the cat named Amiri broke its leg and became more agitated. Once Amiri was taken for medical care by the Cincinnati Animal Care, the team ran a drug test, which they determined. How often does people run drug tests on animals? That they
Quite
capture?
often now with the proliferation of gummy THCs.
Yeah. They determined that Emory had cocaine in its system. It is not the first time Cincinnati Animal Care has been operating as a county animal shelter, has had wild animals test positive for drugs. 2022, the group took in a Chopchin monkey named Neo that had methamphetamine in its system.
Meth monkey.
I
like
thought
the-
that area was more for like heroin and stuff. But,
So like we're performing the
monkey.
Guardians of the Galaxy of hopped up animals on amphetamines and drugs.
Yeah. Since the case, it has become
Meth
standard
monkey.
procedure for the shelter to
Cocaine
test
bear.
exotic animals that arrived at shelter for drugs. Anderson confirmed that the owner of Emory was relinquished custody of the cat to the Cincinnati Animal
Spent the
Care
last
before
cat.
it was taken into the care, because we like to use the word care so much, of the Cincinnati Zoo. Servals have grown in popularity, with some showing up in TikTok videos as pets. Julia Sheldon, clinical assistant professor in zoo medicine at the University of Tennessee, said serval is a major responsibility that requires a balanced diet, raw chicken, and specialized care beyond a house cat.
Yep.
There are better options for pets, yeah, I would say so, and way more safe, economical. Although I would say that would be a theft deterrent.
Remember the quaint days when a nice Bengal cat was considered exotic? Bengal, hold my beer. We're going serval.
And that thing's still cornered you, right?
Yeah, every once in a while you get a hair of his ass.
Well, cats are predators. One more story. You know, I always thought as people grew older, they grew wiser and maybe were less prone to criminal activity. Not the case for this 82-year-old who was charged with the sale of fake Michael Jordan cards. I'm not a card collector. Don't know if there's any in the room.
Nope.
Like trading cards?
Yes.
No, playing cards.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying.
No, you're welcome.
Clear as mud. New York AP. An 82-year-old Colorado man was charged Wednesday for selling and trading fake Michael Jordan basketball cards in a scheme that prosecutors said resulted him in making more than...
2.3 million.
Mike?
$1 million.
800,000 over 4 years. Mike, you're the closest.
Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you.
Mayo, M-A-Y-O, Gilbert McNeil. Is that short for mayonnaise? Please tell me that's short for mayonnaise. Was arrested in Denver, where he lives, according to the complaint that was unsealed in federal court in Brooklyn, charging him with a conspiracy to commit wire fraud, according to Brooklyn U.S. Attorney's Office.
For over state
McNeil,
lines.
the real McNeil, actually he's the fake McNeil, apparently, was accused of making numerous fraudulent deals beginning in 2015, including the 2019 sale of a counterfeit card to a victim in Manhasset, New York, for $4,500. And in a 2017 deal where he traded 2 counterfeit cards for 2 authentic Tom Brady football cards. Mr. McNeil defrauded sports memorabilia collectors of more than $800K by intentionally misrepresenting the authenticity. See if they just took it to the gold and
I
silver
wonder who's
pawn
printing
shop
up these cards. I wonder who's
I don't
printing
know.
them up.
of trading the cards he was peddling, when in fact they were counterfeit. According to Michael Driscoll, an assistant director in charge of the FBI's New York field, we got FBI's going after trading cards,
Yep.
said in a news release. In a brief phone call, McNeil said that he was released without bail after an initial appearance in the U.S. District Court located in Colorado.
There's no photo of
According to
this guy
him,
either.
I did nothing wrong. Prosecutors, sorry, I usually copy and paste, but I didn't today. Prosecutors said he will appear in a New York courtroom at a later date. So, old man hawks fake memorabilia.
Outstanding.
Sounds like a tale as old as time, but usually maybe 40 years less is the perpetrator, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That, outside of the drums of war, is all I've got for the news.
And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the What's in Your Head podcast. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night. The week's almost over. The weekend is on its way. 2 more days, and we'll be out to play. I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. And as we said earlier, please head over to what'sinyourhead.com. Click on that Patreon link, sign up and subscribe. And then while you're there, just go to YouTube and look for D410 Media and subscribe and watch all of our videos. Thank you guys so much. For myself and Mike, we will talk to you all next week.
This has been a Digital 410 production.